So this is my prop funding journey, and I'm going to share with you everything here in this video. Full details, everything exposed, failures and wins. What you're looking at right here is one of my phase 2 prop accounts at $51,640. And this account currently has 29 days left. But first, a quick risk disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. It's simply for educational and entertainment purposes only. Trading is extremely risky. You can and likely will lose all of your capital. It takes a high level of skill. Secondly, my results are certainly not typical. Additionally, you are the only one responsible for your successes or failures in tradings and nobody else. So first things first, how many prop challenges have I taken? Well, to be honest, I kind of lost count, and the reason being because I had quite a few resets, and these resets have been very positive for me. But if I include my resets, I'm probably somewhere up over 30. Now, before you go, whoa, wait a minute, 30 prop firm challenges, you say, Tim? It's not exactly like that. And the reason being because I have 3 accounts where I literally had about 9 months of resets across all 3 of them, give or take here. So they're not all just straight up losses. A lot of them are resets. So let me just make sure that is clear. So what we're looking at here is one of my accounts that I'm in phase 2, and I have 29 days left. This is at 51,640. Okay, this is my second account we loaded up. Before I get into the second account and the third account, I want to just share with you guys quickly here that stick around, because towards the end of this video, I am going to share with you my trading strategy and how it works. And oh, by the way, I do have a free Telegram group somewhere in the description below here. In that Telegram group, I share all of my morning analysis and how I trade the NAS 100. So let's get into the second account here. This one's at $50,981. And this again just copies trades from my other phase 2 account. Now on to my third account. So here we are on my third account. This one is at 53,520. And if you don't know, this account is in phase 1, and it is about $480-ish away from going into phase 2. And I have about 20 days left on this account here. One question you may be asking yourself is, have prop firms really benefited me as an up-and-coming trader, or somebody who has been in this for 15 plus years off and on, and then recently got very serious about trading? And I have to honestly say the answer to that is yes. And here's why. Because through all of my failures, all right, back in 2015, 16, 17, and 18, guys, I was an overtrader. I was a revenge trader. I was somebody who just wanted the money really fast. So these prop firms, I can honestly say, because of their rules, have forced me to develop or change my approach so that I become a more, I should say, a trader that is able to manage their risk better and also get a really strong grip on my overtrading and revenge trading. And for me, that really means just taking 1 trade a day, sometimes 2 trades the most, and then I'm done. And I know there's a lot of opinions here on, are prop firms good? Are they bad? And I got to honestly say that for me, they've been nothing but good. Even though I've had my resets, I can tell you I have blown my fair share of personal accounts. And I would much rather take a challenge being a new and upcoming trader and lose that money than take $5,000 of my own money and blow that up, because that can happen. So yes, they have really helped me, and I'm grateful to have been able to take these challenges. My first prop firm account I got was probably a little over a year ago, and it was a $50,000 account. And guess what? I blew that account up probably 4 to 5 days after I got the account. And there was nothing wrong with my system. You know what happened? I got emotional, and I overtraded, and I revenge traded. I was so upset that I was taking a loss, I simply just kept taking more and more trades. So I've been able to take those learnings and develop a system, or develop an approach that works for me now, to where it controls these controls the revenge trades and controls overtrading for me personally. because trading is a very unique and personal journey, and I really believe that no two traders trade alike. And now here I am with 3 accounts, 2 in phase 2, 1 just blowing through phase 1, about to be phase 2, and I hope to have all 3 of these accounts funded in the next month. Now, whether or not that really happens, I don't know, but I'll keep you guys updated, win or lose. Okay, so how exactly am I trading, and what am I trading? Well, let's go ahead and get into that piece right now. Okay, over to the charts now. We're going to talk about my strategy and then a few other strategies as well. And before we really get into that, guys, any strategy can work, be it ICT, smart money concepts, supply and demand. They can all work. It really just comes down to the trader. And me personally, I'm not a fan of trading these other systems when you get into fair value gaps, supply and demand, change of structure, break of structure, ABC moves. All right, it's just too confusing. All right, I just trade key levels and price action. That's it. 2 things. Key levels and price action. So if you noticed early in the video, I showed my trading history. You might know that I trade the NAS 100. And all I do is mark off my key levels at the open. You can see here I have the bar replay tool played back so I can share with you my trade on Friday. It's the weekend now, so when this plays out, you can see that there's no further trading history ahead of us. And I marked off these levels in pre-market right here at the top. We had one, and down here at the bottom. Now, I will say that on this particular setup, I had a small, I don't want to call it a fake out, but I had my stop a little too tight, but I did re-enter and I did make a nice profit on this trade. So let me just show that with you here. So at the open, when price swept this level down here, I saw this as a near miss sweep. And then I saw these 2, what I call power bars up. And I did enter long here. Now, what I should have done in this trade here was I should have moved my stop down below to grab this wick right here to the left. And I had my stop just a hair too tight. I have my stop right about here. So if we play this forward, you can see that we do come down and we just barely tagged that. So I was still extremely confident in my trade right here. So what I did was when I saw this rejection right here and I got stopped out, I just simply re-entered my trade because I will take most cases 1 trade, sometimes 2. And especially this year when I saw this kind of power move off this level and then we targeted our 1.5R and then I did get this trade here. That was a really nice trade for me there. So we ended up with a nice little profit on Friday. And if I just pushed everything forward here, and if we just jump to the current market, you can see here we are now. So that was a nice little win here for me on Friday to hopefully eventually get funded here in these accounts. There isn't a single trader that I know of that just becomes successful overnight. I'm going to share with you guys some of the things I do that you don't necessarily see here on YouTube or see anybody else really do a lot of, or the work they put in behind the scenes to have these successful days. Because trading takes time. It takes learning, it takes practicing, it takes back testing, it takes hundreds if not thousands of hours in chart time to really get consistent. So let me share with you guys my trading journal and show you what that really looks like to become a successful trader, or at least to begin working towards consistency. Here's my trading journal. Let me explain this to you guys. This is it. I'll just scroll up and down. You can see all of this. What this is a combination of me back testing different variables, testing different setups. I went even as far as labeling all of my setups over here to the right. The sweep, the break and retest, and the launch trade. In doing so, what you don't really see here is me going back in and literally taking notes on these trades. I could just pull one of them up here for you, where I might have taken a bunch of notes. Let's see here. You can see, for example, this day was a no trade day for me because there simply wasn't a power bar set up in the 2.5 hour session that I trade at the New York Open. Coming back here, I'll go on to the next one. Again, same thing here. And we'll go on to the next one here on the 17th, sweep trade. Look at the detail I put into this when I do a self-review. These are the things that most people don't see that other traders are doing behind the scenes to help their consistency. I'm literally marking off every possible setup that could have happened in that day or in that trading, in that 2.5 hours that I trade on the New York Open. You can see I have highs from weeks ago marked off here. I make note that the NAS was already up 1% on the day, so the likelihood of that going higher, or the probability that the NAS would just keep pushing up that particular day, was not in our favor. So therefore, I was looking for a nice rejection off this level for a short. And then, of course, other little tidbits and notes. And I can keep going on and on. I went even as far as highlighting on my journal questionable trades or trades that I want to go back and review for learning or re-simulate. And the cool thing here is I practice this, guys. I don't just go back and make notes. I will literally go back into Trading View, and I will go back 6 months or as far as I can go back on the 5-minute time frame and bar replay the open every single day and see if my results are consistent. And what I'm looking for there, or what I get from that is, yeah, I'm replaying the same data over and over, but I don't remember. There's so many days and so many different setups. I can tell you that I will go back and bar replay these, and I get very close to the same results, but there are slight subtleties and differences. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't take a trade when I see this setup, or maybe I should wait for price to get closer to a level or a key area before I take a trade. And these are the nuances that you will pick up as a trader if you put in the work and do the back testing. And you can see that it just continues on and on and on. And then I go down and I have a color key here, even at the bottom, where it's, now I've started placing trades here, for example, that I saved myself from a loss because of my back testing. Like, this is a good example. On 7/6, just 2 days ago, I normally would have taken this trade, but because of the work that I put in, I didn't take a loss. I would have originally got in this position, but I just didn't take it, and it saved me. And this is the kind of stuff that you guys got to do. You got to put in the work and the time, and a lot of traders you see out there are doing this. So there you have it. This is my prop firm journey, or my personal journey in getting funded, and what it really takes to gain consistency in the markets. So if I fail these challenges, I have 3 accounts right now, some in phase 2. If I fail them, you guys are going to know about it. Again, win or lose. And guess what? If something happens, I fail the challenges, I'll just keep going because I'm very confident as a trader in my own strategy. And you can see here in this video what it really takes to gain consistency. It takes time, it takes studying, it takes back testing. You just really have to put in the work so that I can put myself in the best position possible to have success. Any strategy out there can work. What it really comes down to is you as an individual being in the right mindset, and also having a system that you back tested and tried, and then being able to execute that system without fail. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the comments below. And do remember, I do have a free Telegram group where I'm sharing my morning analysis on the NAS 100, and you can get even more updates on my prop firm challenges and updates there.